Morning, guys. Welcome back. We are just leaving the house Sunday morning here. It's a bright and sunny day out after all this rain we had. Got the guys out at the site. We're pouring tomorrow, so we're going to go out there for a couple hours. Didn't work Monday of last week because of the rain. So they had kind of a short week, and we got concrete coming tomorrow. We got signed off, so we're actually getting 2 more of those ready to go, and we're having an inspection tomorrow on 2 more, so we'll have 4 sites total ready out of the site. Good bud with his arm, doing his armchair. So I'm gonna I gotta go get my oil changed, and I'm gonna go get some gas, and because I always get those comments, everybody saying I'm driving around on empty. I'm gonna get some gas, get my oil changed, do all the stuff I need to do for the car, and got some exciting news. Lori and I and some other friends and some family are going to Morocco for New Year's, and it's gonna be Lori and I's first time out of the country on a trip like that, across the pond, so to speak. We're heading over to Morocco for New Year's, and my partner Zach, he's getting married over there, so mainly we're going for that. But we decided to go over there a couple days early. We're going to go to Lisbon, Portugal, spend a couple days there, right near the Atlantic, on the beach, some kind of by the beach, I guess you could call it the beach. There's a lot of water over there that kind of goes all around everything, so we're gonna go see some of the historical stuff there, and then we're gonna punch on down to Morocco for a couple days, and we're gonna do an expedition, like a 3-day desert expedition, like with camels and the whole 9 yards. So it's quite the trip, and we're planning for that right now. We just got our flights booked, so it's gonna be pretty cool. But I thought I'd share that with you guys, our exciting New Year's journey, and definitely going to be making some videos with that. I'll probably put them on this channel. Hopefully I can get some more followers on this channel and actually get it up over 1,000. That's what I'm still trying to do, but see how it goes. Looky there, we got a full tank of gas, and we're headed out to the site on a pretty nice Sunday morning here. The sun's out. It's a little dingy, the air is a little bit, but I don't see anything in the sky. It was a little foggy this morning, so that burned off. I'm kind of worried to go out to the ranch and see what's happened out there. I know we got a ton of rain, and I have not been out there since the rain, so we're gonna go check on the boys, make sure everything's going smoothly, and then we're headed out to the ranch to hope and pray that the plastic held on the double-wide roof, and we don't have a whole lot of like water intrusion, because I'm kind of worried about that, but we'll see. Well, she doesn't have any snow, so she found some dirt to roll around at. She does that just to make Lori mad. You know, when you get home, you're gonna be in trouble. Well, this is the aftermath. This is kind of starting to finally dry up. The boys are working on this site here. We got that one there to do. The other 2 are set, ready to go. Concrete's coming, 8 o'clock tomorrow. We got another film crew for the actual developer is going to be out here too, and it's their PR department for probably for their investors or something, because this is actually a like a R&D project, research and development type thing. And if these go how they're supposed to go, how I'm hoping and praying that they go, this developer here has he's one of the largest in America. So he's got a lot of these fields just like this, and he's going to be wanting to do this on all the fields because it's going to make them, it's basically going to make their ROI go up. I don't even know the percentage, but it's going to be a lot. And these things are like 10 years old, so it's a good time to do it. They're actually, yeah, they're right around 10 years old. They've been here. So now's the time to do that with these batteries, and then it's going to give them extended life on the panel, because they're going to be able to store this power that they've never been able to do before. They can store this power overnight or into the night, and they can sell back to the grid at night, which everybody knows the rates at night are prime time rates. They're way more expensive, so the power that you sell during the day, you don't get very much money for. And the power companies intentionally changed that after solar got so popular, because they weren't gouging everybody as much as they wanted to. So they swapped it around to where the rates in the day are super cheap because everybody's got solar going. So when you produce power during the day, you don't get paid hardly anything for it. This is a way to get back at that, and it's going to be, I think it's going to extend the solar industry for the next 10 years, and we are right here at ground level, and I'm super pumped to be a part of it. Putting these in, and we're going to start doing these all over California. And I mean, eventually this could be one of our main business models, is going around and doing these. We're already in talks with other companies. We haven't landed anything yet, but we've got this kind of pilot project here, so it's allowing us to show that we can do this. We have experience with this, and which we don't, but we're going to. You know, it's this is our first one. We're doing pretty good on it. We've had some setbacks. You can see the mud and everything. Mother Nature really got us on this one, but we fought back and we got the holes vacuumed out, and we're right back on track. So we're in a good place, and it's almost Christmas, so I'm looking for a good Christmas trip to Morocco after Christmas. Life's good right now. We got to keep the momentum rolling. All right, those guys are pretty dialed in right there. We got the road dogs. They're all happy. Sadie's real happy. She got to go out and explore, smell it, do their smell test on everything. So we're gonna head out to the ranch and see if we can even get out there. I've been really thinking about the Doublewide quite a bit. We got the plastic over the top, but I don't know how much that helped, and I just kind of want to get an idea of what I'm going to be up against. Now that things are drying out, we got to get the thing finished bolting it together, and once it's all bolted and the foundation, the temp, it's kind of like a temp. It's going to be a permanent foundation, but basically all the piers that go underneath are technically temporary, but we're going to use them permanently, and that'll all be set up, and then we're going to build a stem wall around the perimeter of it, and that'll be kind of like the main foundation with all the interior supports. And then we're going to build a deck and all that stuff. That's later on, but the main thing is get it all bolted together so we can do do the roof where the split happened. We can do that roof, and we can have that roof so it's not going to leak all over all of our personal belongings that are inside. And that place it's been like our catch-all for like 10 years. So we actually have a lot of nice things in there, and it's just like, you know, decorations for a certain time of the year and some furniture. And I mean, I actually have an office in there that I used for quite some time, so I have a really nice desk and a lot of things like that. And I've got a lot of my collectibles from when I was a kid. but let's go check it out and see how bad it is. And like I said, hopefully that plastic held up, but we'll only know once we get out there. It's been a couple weeks. They had worked on this area of the road a lot prior to the storm, so it held up pretty nicely. You can see where a couple little spots right here got a little nasty. I can already feel it. It's probably going to be too wet to get all the way out, but we're gonna try. I really want to see what how the old Doublewide is, see how bad it is. If there's things I can kind of move around so that the air can dry it out, I'm going to be looking at doing that rather than just letting it sit and try to dry out. But yeah, this spot here is always pretty bad, and it looks like today is no exception. Whoa. Come on, girl. I should have put it in 4-wheel drive before I even went through that. If that's any indication what the main road going up the hill looks like, I don't think we're gonna make it. I can see the Doublewide's still there, so it didn't go anywhere. See if I don't think anybody's out here. The gate's not open. This right here is pretty good up until right about just past this is where it gets bad normally. And I've seen it a lot worse, so I mean that's a good sign. We might be okay. We'll see what we get into up here. They don't look happy. He was stomping around, probably wondering where his food's at. So I fixed this area right here a little bit last year. It still holds water right here. I got to get more dirt, and this spot right here is pretty bad. It can get pretty bad, but that didn't feel too bad at all. Looks like the cows got in here again. They keep getting in here. It's definitely a little slick, but right there, right here might be a little slick. I think it's gonna be okay. Coming up this when it's wet is a no-go. You'll end up right down there in the ditch. You got to be real careful and take your time. Right here doesn't look great. I don't like it. Hopefully it doesn't want to try and push me over. Luckily I got that dozer right there. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay. It's just a little bit slick. It's not scary. That was the worst of it right there, so everything else is smooth sailing. And I'm not leaving big ruts behind me, so I think we're okay right here. Definitely a little wet right there. It's kind of in the shade all day right here. Didn't get a whole lot of sun. All the runoff from the coming off the hillside. A couple little cave-ins there where the water was just gushing. So yeah, uneventful. We made it up. Now we're gonna go get we'll go get the Ranger out and go check the Doublewide and see how bad that is. You know you got a lot of rain when you got this right here. that is probably about the worst I've seen it. And it's had a few days to dry as well. And you can, now I have a real good example of where I need to bring dirt and fill that in. Yep, we got quite the mess. Turns out this wasn't the greatest spot to do this. Wasn't expecting the rain, but the whole thing sunk into the ground. You can see on the blocks here, they just sunk right in. So this tire's still off the ground. We'll be able to get this one off, and then I can use the auto or the leveler. Sadie, no, don't go in there. You're gonna get in a lot more trouble if you go in there. But what I did get, I ordered on Amazon. I have one up in Mammoth, but I didn't have one for here. So I got this impact here. And it came with this socket. I think this socket's too small, but I'm not sure. It's a 32. I think these are a little bit bigger. Oh no. It actually will work on that. It's tight, but it'll go on. Yeah. That one's gonna work. Okay. It's super tight, but it's really thick. So that's gonna work. So the only thing we need to get is a different air fitting for it, which I knew I needed that. I'm not gonna do the tire today, but I am gonna take this back with me. So I've got that thread, and I can get an actual fitting that'll work with my compressor, because I don't have a hose that big. And but that's gonna go in my pocket, go back to town, and I'll leave the impact out here so that when I come out with the fitting, I've got the compressor and everything in the C-train. We'll fire that gas compressor I have, that thing fired up, and we'll be all set. Get the old trusty Polaris out. I got some stuff for some of these locks around here because the rain's been hurting them. So I got that. We're gonna lube up some of the locks on the gates and various other things. It's nice and warm inside here. That's one thing about the C-trains. They're a little hot in the summer, but they're always, if the sun's out, they're always nice and toasty inside during the winter. So I'm gonna grab this impact, take it back to the C-train, and then we're gonna go check the Doublewide out. Well, the hills are looking mighty green. Early start. Almost looks like springtime. But if we get cold weather, it'll go brown. There's sheep camp. We're gonna check the main camp here. And I'm just hoping and praying. I see that the plastic's down right there. Not ideal, but hopefully we didn't get catastrophic failure inside. Let's see what we got. That thing doesn't even want to open, does it? Wow. Well, the door either swelled up or it settled a little bit with all the rain, and it's kind of got it kinked. And that one doesn't want to open. This one's practically open here, but I'd have to get the lock off there, and I don't think I can do that. Oh, I can. Okay. Cool. Cool. I thought that was locked. Huh. Wonder how long that's been unlocked. Oh. A little moisture there. Papers here. Not too bad right here. Well, no doubt we had some water intrusion, but it's damp. It's not super wet. It looks a lot worse than it is, guys. That's what I'm saying. Ceilings, pretty good here. Lori's room is the one that I was mostly concerned about. See this, that had some water coming through right there. Overall, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's definitely a disaster in here right now. You can see we had water running there. This area here, this is where we had the leak before. So we definitely had a leak again here. But it's not catastrophic, so that's good. Now it doesn't want to open. Got a screw driven in there. So this is where it was split right here. I see daylight, but I got plastic over the top, so that helped a bunch. And this little area here, yeah, it's cool. I can live with it. Everything is still intact, so we did good. Not an exit. Well, I don't know why. All right, well, overall, could have been worse. I don't know what's going on with that front door, but it won't open. Bar across here so that it stays closed. Yeah, we're in good shape. Oh, there's all the cows. So how'd they get in? That gate's closed. I wonder whose cows those are. They're not ours. And what are they doing? What are they doing? Let's solve that riddle. Well, the bush got destroyed. Doesn't really matter. The deck's gonna go over the top of this anyway, so that's okay. It's so nice out here right now. It's perfect. This is like the best. Couldn't have made it out here yesterday. Today was like the first day you could even get out. But I mean, it's just so beautiful and peaceful. Look at that view. All the way up to the Sierras there. You can see the snow-covered mountains up near Alta Sierra, which is, I think Alta Sierra is right in there. I don't think it's right there. I think it's right there. It actually might be right here. Yeah. I think it is right there. That's Alta Sierra, the peak right there. All right. Well, we got a lot of work to do here. You can see this thing's really rough, but we're gonna peel all that off. New siding, deck, fix up the inside. Got the water tank right here. It's gonna go right here behind the unit. We're going to do probably our septic and leach is going to be off the front here. Bathrooms are in the back, so we'll probably pipe over to here, and we'll run our leach field right out on the outside area of the deck. I think that's probably one of the best places to do it. The other option would be pipe out this side, but I think there's going to be a lot more traffic. This will be like traffic, and then the water tank will be like right where Sadie's at, somewhere right in here, and then we'll have a little area to come around and, you know, get around and park or whatever. This is parking out here in the front mostly, but yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.